Hello and welcome to the Motivation Mob podcast. I am your host, MW. Hey, Motivation Mob, MW here. Do you have low motivation? Do you want a boost in the amount of motivation you feel? Do you want a boost in the levels of motivation you feel in your life at any given moment? I always say, and I know I'm repeating this, I know I've repeated it many times, and you just have to bear with me. I'm going to say it many more times in the future. Whatever it is you want to do, you can achieve that thing. You can become who you want to become. You can have what you want to have, and you can do what you want to do. The only thing in between you and where you are now and where you want to be, the only thing keeping you from having, being, and doing all the things you want is the actions you take now. What I'm saying is, it doesn't matter what you want to be successful at. You can succeed at that thing as long as you take the right actions. And of course, that means you have to be motivated enough to take action when you need to, when you have to take action when it will give you what you want. But motivation is a funny thing, isn't it? Sometimes you don't have it when you most need it. But why is that? Why is it when you know you want to lose weight, when you know why you want to lose it, when losing that weight would mean absolutely everything to you? Why is it when you want to start that business, when you know that's what you want and you know that it will mean the world to you to succeed in that business or in that career or to succeed wherever it is you want? Why is it that when you know how important it is to you to succeed and how much it would mean to you, how relieving, how fulfilling, how satisfying it would be to win at the very thing you want to win at, why is it that, as exciting as our goals may be to us, at times achieving those goals just seems impossible? Achieving those goals seems impossible sometimes because of a lack of motivation, a lack of drive. Let me ask you a question. If you think back to any goal you've tried achieving. In fact, wait, let's do it this way. Has there ever been a time in your life where you knew with absolute certainty that if you tried to do something, you would fail? Has there been a time in your life where you wanted to do something, but you knew with absolute 100% certainty that no matter what you did, you would fail? It doesn't matter what it was. It could be something silly. How motivated were you to do that thing? Probably not very motivated, right? That's because your expectancy was low. Expectancy is, well, in simple terms, it's how likely you think you are to succeed, how certain you are that whatever you do, you will succeed. If your certainty is low, if you don't believe that you will succeed, or if you believe that your chances are low or zero, you won't have very much motivation. I mean, why would you be motivated to do something you know you will fail at, or something you think you will fail at? Now, let's do this a slightly different way. Has there ever been a time in your life when you knew with absolute 100% certainty that you were capable of succeeding at something? Has there ever been a time when you knew with absolute certainty that if you started something, you could finish it, that you would win at whatever it was that you wanted to win at? Has there ever been a time? Think about it. How was your motivation to do that thing in that instance? Was it high or low? Was it higher or lower than when you thought failure was a certainty? It was probably higher, right? Well, that's because your expectation of succeeding was high. Your expectancy was high. The higher your expectancy, the more motivated you will be to succeed. Let's say, for example, you want to lose weight, and it's always been easy for you to lose weight. Staying motivated would be a lot easier for you because your previous experiences with losing weight have shown you how capable you are, and therefore your previous experiences have built up your expectancy. If, however, on the other hand, you have tried losing weight before and you've tried everything, you've tried every diet, you've tried every workout, you've tried absolutely everything under the sun, and you still couldn't lose that weight, how motivated would you be to stick to a diet, to stick to a workout program? You wouldn't be very motivated because you expect, based on your prior experiences, that you will fail at that goal. You will fail at the goal of losing weight and keeping it off. So you won't be very motivated. You will have very little motivation because your belief is that no matter what you do, you are going to end up in a failure. So, if you have low motivation right now, have a cold, hard look at yourself, at the situation, and try to figure out how high or how low your expectancy is. Whatever it is you feel no motivation to do, try to figure out if you expect failure or you expect success. Try to figure out how certain you are that if you stick to the program, if you stick to the process, you will get the results that you want. How certain are you that you are capable of sticking with the program, of sticking with the process, the method? How certain are you? If you find that your certainty is low, if you find that your expectancy is low, that could be one of the reasons why your motivation is low. But how do you fix it? Well, you have to start small. You have to take baby steps. You have to create a situation where winning is inevitable. Since I used losing weight, how about a good example of taking baby steps is making sure you commit to a 2-minute workout every day. Your goal could be 20 minutes, but you commit to doing 2 minutes, just 2 minutes, and sticking to that 2 minutes every single day. The longer you stick to that 2-minute workout, no matter what happens, and sometimes you'll find you'll do the full 20 minutes. If you commit to doing those 2 minutes every single day, eventually you will build that habit into your life. It will become a habit, and you won't really need that much motivation to go out and do that thing. By constantly practicing succeeding in small ways, by constantly practicing, you will begin to build your confidence. You will begin to build up that certainty that you will stick to the process, that you will stick to whatever it is you need to do, whatever tasks you need to perform. But start small. You could start with committing to doing one push-up. Commit to doing just one push-up every single day. When you wake up, roll out of bed, get down on the ground and do one push-up. Of course, your goal could be to do 30, 40, 50, whatever it is. But just commit to doing one push-up. If your diet is one area you lack motivation in, again, you could start very small. Start very small. Decide you'll drink half the coffee you usually do every single day because you add lots of cream or milk and sugar to your coffee. So, drink one less cup of coffee every single day. Start small. But eventually, you need to start getting bigger and bigger. Eventually, you could decide the next logical step after committing to one less cup of coffee is to set one day, just one day out of the whole week where you eat only healthy foods. That's the next step up. You could commit to doing 5-minute workouts instead of 2-minute workouts. That's a step up. And keep taking the next step over and over again until you get to a point where you're committing to 20-minute workouts, 30, 40-minute workouts every single day, and you're committing to eating healthy all of the time, every single day for sustained periods of time. 2, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, a whole year, you can commit to eating healthy, working out, and the changes to your body will be unbelievable. But it starts with building that expectancy. It starts with changing that belief that you have about your ability to succeed. It's about changing that belief you have about how well you'll be able to stick to the program, to the process. Once you have changed that belief, and that belief is cemented, your motivation will be unshakable. It will be unshakable, but I say that and I hold back a bit because, of course, there are other factors you have to consider. But expectancy is just one of 4 factors. If you want to increase your motivation, take baby steps. Grow into what it is you want to do. But start small. Start small and make sure that winning is inevitable. And keep winning. Focus on the winning. It doesn't matter how you go about it, just as long as you keep winning, you build that confidence, keep getting bigger step by step until you're at a place where it just becomes easy, where finding that motivation is just easy. But you have to start small. I hope you found this useful. I hope you found this inspiring in some way, I suppose. I hope you actually go out and use this in your life. Try to figure out where it is you lack expectancy. And use this to help you build that confidence, to build that expectancy in your life. And as I promised, I'm going to do a few more episodes about how to diagnose your motivation problems in your life and I'll give you a couple of fixes here and there, but I've decided I'm going to do one motivation episode a day. I don't want to bunch everything too close together, so if you want to be a part of that, if you want to hear more about how to fix your motivation, how to make some tweaks that will amplify the amount of motivation you feel, look, follow me or subscribe. I don't know where you're watching or listening to this, but follow, subscribe, and we'll be together in the next episode. Alright? Alright? Deal? Great. See you then.